talking about how Kristen felt when she graduated from USC. And this next question, I'm going to ask, who do you credit the most for your success? Besides the man upstairs, of course, because God is in control. But who else do you credit for your success?
I would say my parents and my sister. Emotional support is really important in your journey towards success.
Mm-hmm.
You need people that you can fall apart to.
Right.
And I'm trying to think of who's been consistent, and, you know, those three people have been very consistent in my life in, you know, giving me advice, being a shoulder to cry on, supporting me, cheering me on,
Mm-hmm.
allowing me to vent, bounce ideas off of them, just really being there. Oftentimes, you know, the most important person is God. Like, that was my answer, because he's been there and he's just led me. He's brought me to places I never even thought I would be. So, and it's interesting you talk about success, because I don't think I'm that successful. I'm not where I think I should be. I'm not. I feel like what I'm doing is basic and normal. So to hear other people say, like, wow, you've done a book and you've done more than other people, that doesn't even cross my mind, because I feel like, oh, everyone does this. Like, I technically wrote my first book in 4th grade. And I showed it to my teacher, and then, like, a month later, she had the whole class do an assignment of writing a book. So I've always been, like, a go-getter and an innovator.
And an influencer.
Yeah. Right? And, you know, looking back, I was like, wow, I do this. So that's also something really important, is defining success, and that's something that I still struggle with, is really appreciating those moments, and understanding that I am successful, and I should be successful in my own eyes. And that also, comparison kills your dreams. Comparison kills your momentum. And that's something I'm continuously practicing and implementing and keeping in mind. So, definitely God and my support system, my parents and my sister, who, you know, thank you guys. I love you so much. And if for those of you who don't have that, you know, it just takes having like 1 or 2 good friends. It doesn't take a lot of people. 1 or 2 friends, those are your go-to people. Those go-to people, as long as they're consistent, you know, that really helps with getting you up that mountain towards success.
So, speaking of success, now that you brought up, like, you feeling like you're not successful, you feeling like, you know, the things of this earth, and I think that also reminds me of, you know, what we've always learned growing up, like, you know, don't be consumed with the things of this world, but always keep your eye on Christ, and I feel like the ultimate success is making it into the kingdom.
Yeah.
So, does that kind of tie into your definition of success?
I'm going to be brutally honest.
Mm-hmm.
What? Working for God is hard. Working for God is tiring. Working for God will have you feeling like you're missing out.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the Bible, the prophet Elisha, after he called down fire from heaven, after he like stunted on like 60 other false prophets,
right,
after he did this glorious thing for God, he asked God to kill him and take his life. You know, Jezebel was after him. He was depressed. He was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
right.
And I think a lot of people, especially in our faith, you know, we don't take mental health seriously. Maybe it's the title we give it, but like emotional distress, seriously, there's a lot of depressed people. And especially in the Bible, it is tiring working for God. So when I say successful, I'm not even talking about fame. There are just like basic things that I wish I had,
right,
that I don't have, that people don't really know about. There are a lot of things that I'm like, God, why? How long? When is this over? And because they're so important to me and I'm lacking in that area, it hurts more. So I don't see those things as, you know, everything else that I've done as a form of success, because it's like, yo, you gotta grind because of X, Y, and Z.
right.
That a lot of people have that, you know, I don't really have right now, and I try to be grateful, but you gotta understand, working for God ain't easy. And when you say, you know, we're passing by, you have to also remember God told us, you know, you said something earlier, you know, do not be consumed by this world, but, you know, we are the head and not the tail.
Right.
So, yeah, we're passing by, but I shouldn't your word says that I'm not going to be the tail, and yet I feel like the tail, I feel like the hooves, I feel like the feet, everything.
Yeah. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I feel like, I definitely agree with you. And I feel like being a servant of God is real work. And we were actually learning about this in church today, where if you're the king or if you're Jesus, Jesus, the way that he was treated, he was the Son of God. He's above all of us, but look at the way he was treated. And I feel like when you're serving God, it's work. It's a lot, and I feel like that's why God blesses you. But like the payoff is so big because he recognizes and sees everything that you're doing for him.
It's a lot of rejection.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, you gotta be so in tuned with just you and God that nothing else matters, because people will come for you.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go. That's it for this actual segment, but we're gonna go into our next one. Thank you so much, you guys.